Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Rose Coleman coming to you live here from my craft room on Monday, July 15th, 2024. I am so excited. This is my Christmas in July week. I am so excited to share some cards with you this week. If you want to get a head start on those Christmas cards, this is the week to tune in and grab these products I'm going to be featuring this week because they're absolutely stunning. And I'm just going to see if anybody's popping in here. How was your weekend? Oh, I had a great weekend. Did some relaxing, walked along the river, did some stamping, had my team meeting yesterday on Zoom. It was awesome to see the ladies that could join us. And, you know, it's just always, I always say I get more out of the team meetings than anyone else because I love seeing the ladies and hearing from them and answering their questions. And we do lots of fun stuff. Mystery stamping, I love seeing the cards that they make. I share with them a sketch every single month, and they can take that sketch and they can make a card and join us on Zoom and share the card. And then their name goes in the draw for a prize. Then at the end of the meeting, I do door prizes. I have my packages here all ready to go. I like to use my retired DSP and make fancy envelopes to send them out. So we had our winner. This is the person who won for the mystery stamping challenge. So beautiful card, and inside I'm going to send her a package of embellishments. That's just for playing along, that's all. So this will go out today. Then I have these packages here that I did up for my gifts. They all have samples of stuff. There's paper, designer series paper, like for example, Jen won the designer series paper in color. She's got ribbon and bling coming to her. So fun packages that I'll be sending out today to my team who joined me. And we've got as well some new stuff from the online exclusives in this one here, this package here. So I'm so excited. If you haven't joined my team yet and you're from Canada, oh my gosh, you guys, you're missing out. Come and join us. We get together every single month on Zoom, and I do the meetings on Sundays, 2 to 4 Mountain Time, but I also go live an hour early for any new demonstrators that want to come for training or anybody that wants to come and ask questions. I love spending this time with my team. It is huge, you guys. I really, really love it. So 3 door prizes here, and then there's also a special door prize that Debbie has won, and I'm going to send this off to her today. So I have every month, I buy a stamp set, and one of the ladies, they have to opt into this part of the draw, right? So we ask, okay, who wants to be in the Star Stamper draw? So the Star Stamper means that if you agree to be in the draw, then the commitment is that you will take the stamp set and make 5 cards, or 5 anything. It can be anything. And next month, come back and share them with the team. And let me tell you, this is quickly becoming my favorite part of the meeting because I love seeing what they make. So this month, Debbie White on our team won Tune In, so she's getting that one in the mail. So I can't wait to see what Debbie makes for our next meeting, which is on August 11th. So if you were on the fence about joining, it was Debbie. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, Debbie has won. I think this might be her 3rd time. You just never know, right? It's just luck of the draw. And then we have my friend joins, and her daughter likes to do the draw. So she's on the screen, and my friend puts the names in, and her daughter does the draw. So it's really a great meeting, you know, and it fills my bucket. It fills my heart with joy to meet with them every month. Okay, let's get started on today's card. This week, we're going to have Christmas in July, and I am focusing on a bundle that is absolutely stunning. It's called Iconic Imagery is the name of the stamp set. And there's an actual entire suite. So I'm going to share that with you. Usually on Mondays when I open up the brand new product of the week, I like to show you all the paper, the ribbon, everything. So let me do that now. We're going to flip the camera. And then a Global Design Project, which is my favorite thing to do on Monday. They have a sketch. Check it out. They have this sketch challenge this week. So if you're inspired by this sketch, which I think you could make almost any products work with this sketch, right? It's such an easy one, but such a beautiful one. So check out Global Design Project on Instagram or Facebook and see what the designers have made to inspire you. and post your card. All you need to do is put the hashtag GDP454. That's it. And we want to see what you guys make, right, for this challenge. All right, let's flip the camera. I have a new host code for this week. So if you want these Christmas card kits in the mail this week, you can use my shopping host code that you'll see on the screen. I'm so excited to send these things to you. Thank you so much, Krista. I'm happy you like this choice. I'm excited for this. I am. I'm super excited and you never know what Christmas in July will bring, right? So stay tuned. There might be some surprises this week. Santa loves his surprises. All right, let's flip the camera and get started. Here we go. So there we go. We got a beautiful day here in Calgary again. Nice blue skies. The Calgary Stampede ended last night. It was a fantastic week for everyone, I think. The participants, everyone, the businesses. I think that this was an epic year. I think they actually broke records this year for attendance, which is great. Great for the Calgary Stampede and great for our city. So amazing. Okay, so we've got, let's see, iconic imagery. We've got paper. We've got bling right here. And Marie, we missed you too. Yes, it was a fantastic meeting. Absolutely. There will be a meeting every single month, so don't worry, you haven't missed out. You can come hopefully next month and join us. The ribbon. Okay, so what I'm showing you is all of the parts of this entire suite because you're going to want them all. And where this is, it's not in the catalog. It is, did you order this one last week? Yes. Okay, so awesome, Linda. I'm excited to inspire you this week. Okay, so this bundle, this is the first thing in my cart when the online exclusives went live on July 3rd. I love this one so much because, well, here it is here. I'm going to tell you the item code. So for the entire suite, where's my code here? Greetings of the season. No, that's not the one, Rose. Flip the page. Okay. The Iconic Celebrations Suite 164206 for $93.73. You're going to get the bundle like you see up here. And you're also going to get the pecan pie and clear ribboned adhesive back dots and the frayed grosgrain ribbon. Okay, so let me show you what they look like in real life. This is my second spool. I've been using this ribbon like crazy. It is beautiful. It is frayed. It is frayed on the edges like that. Naturally, that's why it's called the frayed ribbon. So we've got that. Then we have, look at the gems. I got to pull them out of the plastic so you can see them up. Hopefully the camera will do them justice. Pecan pie and clear ribboned. So the reason they're called ribboned is there we go. I think you can see it. Can you see the little subtle lines in those embellishments? Isn't that fun? I love it. I've never seen them do that before. So you get clear and you get pecan pie. So you're going to get the ribbon and the bling when you buy the entire suite, right? And don't forget, that will also qualify you for a bonus days coupon for August that you can use in the month of August to get some additional supplies. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's look at the bundle first. So the bundle is photopolymer, looks like this. And then the inside here, check out the dies. Unbelievable. I love it. Look at this big die here. I'll be using that one a lot. I love these two little label dies. There's one for the candle. Oh my goodness, so amazing. And check out these ones, little teeny tiny stars, and you get all of these in one die as well as the hearts. I love that they didn't make them so small that we will lose them, right? Then we've got stars and trees and leaves. And I really was attracted to this set because I love this font. This font down here is just, I don't know, there's something about it. It's very pleasing to the eye. And I love that you can get Thanksgiving, Christmas, even Valentine's Day, winter projects, and birthday projects with the candle. There's a lot of things you're going to be able to do with this bundle. And check out the paper. Well, I loved the bundle when I saw the stamps and dies, but then when I saw the paper, well, then I was completely hooked. So it's 6x6. You get 48 sheets, 4 each of 12 designs. This one has the little trees. Love it. And of course, there's a die that cuts out that tree. It is a fun font, isn't it, Joy? Yes, absolutely. And then we've got Sherry Cobbler background. I'll just go through these quickly here so you can get a look at these. We've got candy canes with that cherry cobbler. Yes, so many of you have already got this one, and I'm so excited to share it. Mumble, sorry, Mossy Meadow background with the white sprigs for Christmas. And then look at this. I love that they do this. Stampin' Up! Is just, they knock it out of the park with their designs. So here we have Moody Mauve with the clinking wine glasses. This would make a fantastic anniversary card, a wedding card, you name it. You're going to get 4 sheets of each design, and the flip side has hearts. And I actually think you could use these together on a card, right? You know, the wine glasses and the hearts. So again, four of each. Then we've got acorns, perfect for fall, for all our card making and scrapbooking. I love it too, Janet. It's awesome. Cajun craze with polka dots on the back. Then we've got a plaid. I don't know, did I show this to you? I can't even remember. Maybe I showed it to you on Friday, because I did use a lot of these patterns on Friday for my buckle card. But here, I'll show them to you here again. Plaid, beautiful, mossy meadow with cherry cobbler, and then we've got some holly berries on the back there. I think they're holly berries. We were talking about that last night at the team meeting, and I thought holly berries were red, and these are Moody Mauve berries. So if you know what these are called, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm not well versed in my berries, obviously. Okay, we've got Mossy Meadow stripes here, and then the flip side has Cajun Craze with some leaves, perfect for fall. Check this out. We even have fireworks. Oh my gosh, fireworks pecan pie, fireworks on this pattern. The flip side has birthday candles. Wow, so amazing. And it gets better, you guys. There's even more. We've got Moody Mauve trees here. The flip side has Misty Mulberry. Mulberry, Barbara says. Yeah, that would make sense. That would be mulberry. Yeah, not, what did I say? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what I just said. Not cranberries. Okay. Misty Moonlight with snowflakes here. And yes, this snowflake does cut out with the die. The flip side of that one is the trees. Okay, so we've got that. Holly berries, that's what it's not holly berries, because holly berries are not Moody Mauve color, right? So, do you think it's holly? Do you think they're holly? Really? Because they look Moody Mauve to me. I don't know. Maybe holly berries can be different colors. I really don't know. Pecan pie plaid here, and then we've got, look at the pumpkins. I love this one because they're separated enough that you could actually cut winter berries. Elaine says, yeah, that would make sense. Winter berries. See, I love asking you guys questions because I learn just as much from you guys. Okay, so then we've got our plaid, or not our plaid. We have plaid on that side and pumpkins on this side, and they're small enough that you could cut strips and use this paper for a long, long time. I love it. Okay, so what else do we have here? Next up, we have doves, the white doves on the Misty Moonlight background. The back side has pecan pie stars. Maggie says she loves the plaids. Yeah, I do too, Maggie. They're so awesome. Check out this one. We have diagonal stripes with Misty Moonlight, and then the small stripes are Gail says, hi, Margaret, enjoy the beach and your grandchildren. Oh, I hope so. Okay, so we have Misty Moonlight and 2 small stripes of Mossy Meadow. And then the background of this one, we have pecan pie. Hi, Sherry. Pecan pie with the trees there. So lots of pecan pie in this set of paper. And last but not least, we have this pattern here with the sprinkles. But confetti, that's the word. A little bit of confetti going on here. And then the flip side of that one has our Moody Mauve stars. Look at that paper. Isn't that stunning? And you get 4 sheets of each design times 12, which is 48 sheets in the package. I love it. So for my card today, I'm going to bring in the sheet that has the candy canes for my first Christmas card of the week. Candy canes. On the back side, we have the Mossy Meadow. Yes, it is a fantastic DSP. Love it. Whether you're a card maker, scrapbooker, or both, you're going to love this paper. All right, so I've got a piece here we're going to use on our card today. And we're going to follow along with the Global Design Project Challenge this week. Hashtag GDP454 is the hashtag you want to use when you're making your cards and sharing them. I have a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock. You love the sheet with the candy canes, Barbara? I do too. That's why I'm using it today. So I've cut this down at 4 1/4, so I get 2 pieces. And I'm going to move this pin out of the way before it ends up on the floor and I step on it. That would not be cool. We're going to take this piece of cherry cobbler, pop it into our trimmer, and we're going to score it in half at 5 1/2 here. All right, so use my light gray scoring tool, scoring blade, make that score mark, and there's our card. We're going to have this score line at the top. You've also ordered this bundle, Marianne says, in English. English is nicer than the French version. Found it so versatile. Interesting. I haven't looked at the French version. I'm not quite sure. But that's interesting connotation, you know, like it looks... Maybe you're still going to get the images, right? But I'm assuming the words will be in French. So I got to go check that out. Okay, so we got cherry cobbler card base. We've got our DSP. Now this piece here, I've cut it down 3 inches by 5 1/2. So when you do that, you're going to get a little strip at the bottom, a little 1/2 inch strip at the bottom right here, right? So I took this 6 by 6. First thing I did was cut it at 5 1/2 so I could get this strip. And then I cut it in half at 3 inches. So that's going to go on the front. But I really like the cherry cobbler on the cherry cobbler, but I was like, okay, let's bring in a little bit of Old Olive and break up the redness. Because Old Olive is like still one of my all-time favorites for Christmas. So we're going to put that on here. We're going to mount that DSP on there with my liquid glue. And we'll make sure we've got equal amounts on both sides of this Old Olive piece. Here we go. Got a little bit of wiggle room with the liquid glue. Okay, so there's our front. And we're just going to go ahead and pop that right onto the front of the card. Look how easy this comes together. This is an amazing sketch. I really like it. And, you know, when it comes to Christmas, sometimes we want to make lots and lots of cards. And this one would be a fantastic one to mass produce because I've cut the paper 3 inches. So you're going to get 2 of these big panels out of your designer series paper, right? And then so you get 4. So you'll actually be able to make 8 of this card. And then you can change up the design and use the other Christmas designs as well, right? So lots of options. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the stamps and we're going to grab that great big Celebrate. Love this one. And we're going to put that on a block. So let's grab my, what is this block here? This is block H. So we're going to just lay that down on my grid. It's not grid paper, it's glass. It's my glass mat studio. So here we go. We're going to pick that up. Okay. So we've got the Celebrate and then the words. Let's take a look at the words. Celebrate. What are we celebrating? We're celebrating the season. So let's grab that one, the season, and we'll get that on a block. So lay it down and then pick that up. And we're going to also use, maybe it's mulberry. You guys were better guess than mine. I'm going to use that on my card, but I'm actually not going to do a mulberry. I'm going to do a cherry cobbler berry. So maybe a holly berry. There's some really fun dies over here that you can layer together to make like a cluster. But we're going to use this big one, and it's a all of these stamps here. Let me show you this. I don't know if I pointed this out, but this is two-step for the sprig here, 2-step for the trees, the candle, the leaf, the hearts, the berries, the stars. There's lots and lots of 2-step stamping. So there's a lot of great features to this stamp set. Okay, so we're going to grab the inside part. And then I'm going to grab a couple of small stamps here, small blocks, and we're going to pick up those berries. So we have an outline for the berry, and we also have the inside part. All right, we're good to go. Now we need a piece of basic white. So we're going to stamp with our matching coordinating colors. So let's bring in cherry cobbler, and we're going to stamp the Celebrate first. So here we go. Tap, tap, tap. A big Celebrate. Now this, you know, would be fantastic for a birthday layout, Christmas layout. Like the word Celebrate is so versatile. You can use it for so many different projects. All right. So look at that cherry cobbler. So regal and beautiful. I love it. Okay. So I was looking at that and I'm like, okay, what could I use? But I wanted to bring in this new die here. This one's amazing. Let me just show you what it would look like if I use the die that comes with the bundle. It would look fantastic, but I really wanted to follow along with the Global Design Project Challenge. So we're gonna forego this one today. We'll use it on another day, but we're gonna bring in from Stylish Shapes. Let me move that cherry cobbler out of the way before I put my arm in it. We don't need that. Okay, so we're going to bring in Stylish Shapes and grab my largest circle. And we're going to put that on here. And we're going to grab some Post-it tape and anchor that down. Just fits. Just fits. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw this. Okay, so there we go. I'll put 2 pieces. And then we still got some white edge on here on the side. So use up your cardstock, right? Don't waste your cardstock. So we're going to bring in Old Olive and we're going to stamp the season down here in the bottom. Tap, tap, tap. We'll stamp the season right there. And then from our dies, we are going to use this little banner right here. Love this one for greetings. We're going to put that right there. And we'll just anchor that down with another piece of Post-it tape. Get it all ready to go before we run it through. Okay, and I've got some more room up here. So let's see if we can get those, the mulberry or whatever you want to call it, whatever kind of berry this is. We're going to stamp the background. Then we're going to do the inside with Old Olive. And we just hover right over top of the outline. And then when you've got it lined up, just press down. Boom, we got that. And then we'll do the same thing with the berries. We'll stamp the berry outline. And then we will do, let's bring back my cherry cobbler and we'll stamp right over top. Boom, look how easy that was, right? Super easy. I think it took me longer to get the stamps on the block than it did to stamp them. So you could whip up a whole bunch of these cards in like no time at all. Okay, so let's bring in the matching dies. So from the set, this is, in case you're just joining me, I'm featuring iconic imagery here and the matching dies. So we'll grab this one here for the greenery, put that on, and we'll grab the circle one for the little berries. I've made mine into holly berries, but you can make them into winter berries and use your Moody Mauve color, right? So there's lots of options. So I'm going to use 1 piece of Post-it tape, carefully just lower that down, and that's going to anchor both of those together. And let's run this through the machine. Okay, so here we go. We'll put this back, put that back. Trying to be organized here on a Monday morning. Hi, Wendy. Hello, hello. Okay, here we go. Grab my machine, and look, I've got it all ready to go on 1 sheet. We're going to just run that through. So grab my top plate. And we're rolling here. Okay, we're rolling. Okay, now let's get all of this onto my work surface and we'll sort it out. Okay, so now let's grab, you can use blending brushes. I still have my sponges. If you still have sponges, you can still use them. You can also use, I'm going to do some edges because I was talking to my friend Amanda the other day and she's like, Rose, you always taught us no naked white edges. So I'm like, yeah, that's true. I do like it when I sponge the edges. It really does finish it off nicely. So we're going to do that. We're going to add some sponging to the edge of these pieces here. So let's gently move the dies off of the cardstock here. And you can reuse this Post-it tape. It is it's very versatile. So we're going to put all of these dies back where they belong. And look at that. It fits perfectly with the largest circle from the Stylish Shapes. Love that. Okay, so we're going to put this back. Now we're going to do a little bit of sponging. You can also use your blending brushes. I have an Old Olive and a cherry cobbler ready to go here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, what is that on my edge of my cardstock? I think it's some Post-it tape. There's something there. That's weird. It's like, oh yeah, it's a little bit of Post-it. Oh, there we go. Okay. You just never know what's going to happen, you guys. Okay, Old olive and cherry cobbler. Let's do this. We're going to take the old olive sponge, or you could do blending brush, or you could do sponge dauber, whatever you like to do, whatever's quickest and within your reach, grab it and add a little pop of color. I'm just holding the cardstock in my left hand. I'm dipping into the ink pad and I'm kind of like scraping the edge of this die cut. There we go. So we get that nice little bit of old olive. You could do that with the holly or the berry leaves as well. If you want to add a little pop of color to the edges, you can do that. And I think I'm done with old olive. Let's grab my cherry cobbler and we're going to tap, tap in there. And let's do the little berries first. Do the edges. Just add that little bit of cherry cobbler. And then we're going to do this big circle here. Just do your edges. It really does make it highlight so nicely. Okay, there we go. Got that done. Easy peasy. Now we're going to bring in our dimensionals and we're going to put, I like 3 dimensionals when I'm dealing with a circular image. It kind of balances it nicely. So 3 of those on there, and we'll go ahead and we're going to put that right onto the card, and then we'll move on to the rest of it. I want to share a little technique with you using that ribbon, the frayed ribbon. Okay, so let's put this up here. Look at that. Wow, wow, wow. This could be a birthday card. Totally could be a birthday card if you had, you know, birthday paper and lots of options. Okay, so what we want to do now is we're going to bring in that frayed ribbon and we're going to put a piece across the back of this greeting. So I'm going to use my tear and tape and I'm going to put 2 strips of tear and tape across here. Tear and tape is super strong and you can just, as per the name, you can just tear it. So we're just going to put a strip there and a strip there, and we're just basically covering the back of this little die cut. And we're going to just add 1 more right over here. Like, whoops, overlaps a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so now we're going to just peel that off, burnish it and peel it off with, I recommend using your take your pick tool to get underneath this wax paper. Burnish. You can use your fingers to burnish, but then when you peel it off, I find it easy to use the sharp point of my take your pick tool. All right, so we got those 2 pieces off and 1 more, my big one over here. There we go. Okay, super sticky. As you can tell, my fingers are sticking to it. Then we're going to take the ribbon. We're going to place that on the back like this. And when I was designing this card, I was like, oh, I'm going to lose the frayed if I do that, right? So there's a couple of things you could do if you're inclined to do that. You could take your ribbon and cut it lengthwise and spread it out so you do have the frayed at the top and the bottom. You could do that. But then I discovered the reason why it's called frayed is because it naturally wants to fray. So I put my strip of ribbon across the back, and then I was just looking at it and sizing it up. I'm like, okay, as per the Global Design Project Challenge, I'm going to put it right here, but I want the ribbon to be noticeable. So I just took it in my fingers and I just like gently grabbed one of the strands, and look what happens. I'm going to hold this close. Look what happens. You can fray it. Look at that. It's just like coming apart, but it's leaving behind this awesome little bit of I don't know what you call that. Frill? fringe. Let's call it fringe. And we're going to snip that with my scissors that are really gummed up. They need to be cleaned so bad. So then you can fray it more if you want to, but I just kind of wanted that sticking out the edges. Isn't that fun? And then you can do the same thing on the other side. Just gently start to pull it. And gently, gently, you can pull until you get those fringes on both sides. Here we go. There we go. So I got a little bit of a fringe on both sides. I love this effect. Okay, so we'll snip that off. You like that? I thought it looked super cool. Okay, and you know you can color this. It's white, but you could color that with blends if you wanted to. That would be fun too. So this is going to go right here. And I don't want to use more dimensionals because I don't want to make it extra thick. So I'm just going to come in here with my tear and tape. I'm going to put a piece on my project. And you're probably thinking, why wouldn't you put it on your label? Well, there's a reason for that, because I find it super hard to get the tear and tape off of ribbon. If you put it on a piece of ribbon, it's like, I don't know. I need it to be on a stable surface. So I put it on the flat part of my card, and then I peel off the backing. Then I can take my label and I can just lay it down onto the adhesive and should be just fine. There we go. Celebrate the season. And now these pieces are my sprig for the side, and you can just come in here and place that right there like that. I think I'm going to use liquid glue. Let's use some liquid glue here, and we'll put glue on the parts that I know are going to be sticking to the label. So let's go ahead and kind of want to protect that fringe because I had fun making it. So let's just stick it like that. And then we'll put a little dollop of glue right there. And we'll use the Take Your Pick tool to pick up those berries. Pick them up the right way. Flip them over. Okay, pick them up, and we're going to put that right there. Isn't that fun? I love this card. Okay, so we've got our front done, but I was like, I still need some bling on here, even though I've used the fringy ribbon. Let's bring in the bling that you get when you buy the suite. So we've got pecan pie, and we've got the clear here, right? Ribboned adhesive back dots. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and we're going to pick up these, and we're going to put one right there. And let's put one right there and one over here. There we have it. Okay, so there's the front. Now the inside, there's lots of options for the inside. Let's grab my 2 3/4 by 4 1/4 piece for the inside. So when I was looking at the inside, I was like, oh, we got to use something. These words up here. How about we say peace, joy, and love? Let's do that. So let's grab those. We got peace, we got love, we got joy, and we have the little ampersand sign. So there's a couple of things you could do here, and you could do them one at a time, or you could lay them out on your work surface and have them already lined up like this. So I'm going to use my Glass Mat Studio and make sure that I've got them spaced using my grid lines. Peace, joy, and love. Now you could change this. It could be love, joy, and peace. It's totally up to you. This is your card, your stamps. You can totally customize it. See how I've got my stamps all lined up there? I'm using the grid from my Glass Mat Studio. I'm going to take my block and let's pick them all up at once. Look at that. Got them all up at once. And then we can stamp that right in here. So let's grab some cherry cobbler. And this will make your Christmas card making a lot faster when you can do it with one stamp instead of 4 different ones, right? And then I wanted something to go on the inside. So you can do, let's bring in that DSP that you trimmed off the front. Let's put that on the bottom and make that matchy-matchy. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue down here, bring that strip in. Because remember, I cut that DSP at 5 1/2, and then I turned it and cut it in half at 3 inches. So I have enough for 2 cards here, right? So I love it because you don't waste any of your DSP. Love that. All right, so there's our inside. And we can then, there's still lots of other little stamps you could stamp on the inside if you wanted to. I'm really happy with this. I'll show you my other version in just a second where I did some stamping on the inside. And you can decide what you like better. All right, so let's put that in here. Like this. Love the candy canes. Okay, so there's my take on this week's Global Design Project Challenge, hashtag GDP 454. And I also made another card here. This one is over on my blog. They're pretty much the same. This one on the inside, I did the holly berry. I thought it was a holly berry, so we're making it a holly. I did some stamping in here, but I still got this extra piece. I could put that up here and make it all match, right? Or I could put it down here and have the holly sticking out the top. Anything goes, right? So there we have it, my friends. I hope you like this one. Hashtag GDP 454. There's my host code for this week. Take a screen capture if you like. And I am so excited for Christmas in July. Let me just flip you back around. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Joyce. It's been a great morning with you guys. I think the week is off to a good start. I think the gremlins have been settled down and they're okay. Thanks again. I hope you'll come back and join me tomorrow for my Tuesday card. You're welcome, Joanne. Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. Wendy says she loves it. Awesome. It's a simple sketch, right? That you can use with anything that you have at home. All of your Stampin' Up! Products, right? Like any coordinating products will work. And that is actually the beauty, my favorite part of Stampin' Up! Is that everything matches. The cherry cobbler ink matches the cherry cobbler paper, and so on, right? The color coordination, the product coordination is amazing. All right. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock Mountain Time for my next video. Bye-bye.